she was working here at Radio Tamale, and in various institutions, sometimes you have your code of conduct in almost every institution, but where you have staff, maybe staff who really want to, know themselves in one way or the other, there's a limit. Beyond the radio stations or the FM station, people have their, personal lives out there. Sometimes if this particular lifestyle is not injuring the firm in any form, you would just want to let them be. So where people have their personal engagements, I wouldn't be nosing around, or management will not be nosing around to know who is doing what and who is not doing what. Not at all. So I think that my attention came to that particular issue after I was called by, I think, the parents of Deborah. No, I think she called me, because already it got to a particular. In fact, I relieved her. We actually relieved her. From working here even before I got to hear that. It was not because we heard that she had actually, become pregnant. That was why we made her stop working at Radio Tamale. Not at all. But already there were certain other issues. People who have worked with me know very well that there are certain things that, if I see that you are derelicting on duty and all that, I can just advise you to stop coming. It's not a sack. I'll just advise you that you should stop coming. It's not because of anything. So it wasn't it was not because the person, we heard that the person was pregnant and that was why we relieved the person, like I'm hearing some people say. Not at all. I didn't even know about it at that time. So until I was called, and then I think the first one, I went there with another staff who was then here. I went there to see, to understand what the issue was. I think that was the first time I actually went there, and we were made to understand that this is the situation. You see, please forgive me. Forgive me. There are certain aspects of it I will not want to go so deeper. That's why some people are attacking me and say that we are shielding some people, or we're shielding certain activities and not that. But forgive me that there are certain aspects I would not want to go deeper, because you see, my talking about it here, I'm not happy. I'm not happy about it, but because people have said so many things and attacked the radio station and talked about Robicon. I have seen so many videos on social media, so I thought that, but I'm not happy. Even those who are affected knows that yes, it is not in my will to say this. To come out and be talking about this thing. But you see, I have gotten to understand that even when my attention was drawn and I took one other staff to the place, because I've not spoken with the person, so I can't even mention who I went, so I would not do that. But I went there with another staff, and then when we went, we sat with the mother and had a conversation. We sat with the mother, and the mother explained everything. Then I asked the mother, because my Dagbanli is not good, so mostly I will make the other colleague to say everything in Dagbanli to find out whether how any of these things really happened. And then the mother explained. Then we spoke with the lady as well, and she also explained her own version of the story. My mindset was that when you hear that a man, because I've never gotten involved with such a thing, so I cannot say I know much about it. When you hear that a man has impregnated a woman and how these things are, I've not been into it before, so I wouldn't be able to tell you the feeling of that. I wouldn't be able to do that. But all I'm trying to say is that we actually thought that, okay, if indeed a staff is being accused of such a thing, then I needed to find out from that staff whether indeed you are aware of such a thing. And I think at that time, when we came back, I came and confronted that staff in the studio here, and I asked, are you aware of this thing? These people are saying that you are engaged in this. He said, no, forget about them. And you see, I'm that one. I would just immediately because I'm not the investigator in the first place. So the moment the person says some of these things, I will just walk away. I'll just move away. Because I'll wait. Probably they are also planning some activities or some decisions they want to take. But you see, when we went to this lady's place, the Deborah's place, I got to understand something. Even the brother, the elder brother of the young lady, those were some of the things that really demoralized me. You see, here I have learned certain lessons in Tamale that when you want to follow some of these things, you are not careful. You will follow to a particular path, and those who are involved in the matter, let me say that those who are victims, they will wash their hands off, and you are standing alone. Because when I went, the impression I got actually made me to put myself, in a different realm altogether. Because the elder brother of the young lady created a particular impression that this particular presenter involved was a demigod or was somebody they were afraid of. I said, come on. Because they hear the person on radio say, talk to, they believe, wait, yellow to pam, mineral pam, me politicians pam, then I said, come on. Because I got dampened by that particular comment that the guy, even I was confused. Because the mindset is that this particular person, they said, this is the person responsible, but we're afraid of the person because the person so-called is influential, he knows people, and for that matter, they wouldn't, maybe they can't push the matter. Then I said, then if we say that we want to get a solution and get some support for the person by speaking to the person you are accusing of, to even understand it, because we could go to different lengths of trying to make sure that, because these are all people who are working here, we could sit and then look at these things. But we say, if the parents are scared, it means that even any elderly person that comes closer to them and tell them, Charlie, isn't now, they will solve it at that level, and you are standing alone. Then I said, no. Then I needed to be very careful about it. If they say they want to do A, B, C, D, we want to see how we come into play.